we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Green Bay Packers.
Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this drive will start in enemy territory as that gets out of bounds on this side of the 50.
Ready, set. Here we go, set. Black 40.
Working out of the gun. Love. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. Touchdown! Packers! Matthew Golden. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Packers are on the board here first in the season opener.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a cut.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead, and they'll move it up to the 40. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Hooker. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And this offense is going to be set up with a 1st and 10 inside the 15. I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a first down, but the field goal team is out onto the field. The kick by McManus is good. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. So a great first quarter continues here as they add on to that lead.
And Brandon, I think it sets up what's going to be an important drive because it's now 17-0. So the other guys, they got to figure out something quick before this game gets away from them.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 45 yards.
But he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They'll run for the first time with a speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it on 2nd down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Second down, they go back to Gibbs. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw is gone. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've got their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a first and goal.
A chance for their first points of the season here. It's first and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Quick toss by Goff is complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown from 6 yards away. And the Lions get a bit closer. Now for the point after.
Oh, no. Here we go.
But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
But there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry about it. It's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. First quarter, we'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax.
Whoa, bad move. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. I go to the county fair. You don't get a big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
Here we go. Blue striker. Blue 30.
Love. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Green jet down. Set.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love.
Bro, get the fuck. I'm right there on it. Get the fuck out of here, bro. That's bullshit. I'm right there on the pass.
To the end zone, touchdown, Green Bay.
Come on, man.
Josh Jacobs.
I'm right there on it.
64 yards. And the Packers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend.
Fugazi.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
That bullshit.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage here by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And the ball is knocked out. Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Nice try, though.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Another run for Gibbs here. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, 52 yards. And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit.
Hit that shit on them.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that makes it 24-13. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Love, they go play action now. Now this aired out deep for Reed. That is incomplete. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter.
Come on, set.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs.
Well, what the?
Midfield almost before they take it down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Coming in, he really likes his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Now this offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers are able to stretch out their lead. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
To the left side, he finds to Slaw. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
But what do they got me in?
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Goff now to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Put the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stay in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Goff. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Like that. Damn, man.
From the 43, here's a 2nd down and 9. Here's Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Good job of coverage there. They took away his time lead on the play, so he went through his progression and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Goff now looking to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams, 43 yards. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Now the try here for the point after. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Ready.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ready, ready. 45, right.
Now Love. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. 22 needle, 52 blue. Ready.
Here's Love. Short throw, he's got Kraft. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Red, yellow.
Love looking to throw it. Able to find his man, Kraft.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain.
Yellow, blue, black. Cross red. Steel, black. Ready.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Green. Let's go. Black, 95. Ready.
To throw now. Here's Love. Over the middle here. It's hauled in by Watson. And he's going to take it in. Christian Watson. 29 yards. And the Packers are able to widen their advantage. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
I guess we're just going back and forth. Shit.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now.
Somebody got to get stopped.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits. So you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
And I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Now gone. Packer pressure, and down he goes. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. Might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
You just told bullshit up here.
And uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Throwing. Love. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
I got him.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. The connection with his running back, Josh Jacobs. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll make it second down. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
Ready. Yellow, 22.
Love now. He's caught Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers.
They won't let me jump. Why the fuck I can't jump?
His second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers continue to pull away here in this first half.
Why can't I jump?
After is good. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try waiting to the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
First down, Lions.
Now Goff. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here now, 2nd and 4. Now it's gone. It's Williams on the catch. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Goff and Williams hooking up there for a Lions first.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Again, Goff. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Goff.
going underneath. Gibbs has it. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts.
Come on, bro. They moving slow as shit.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
That nigga jogged up there. Come on, man.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Down. Fight. 50. Green. 10 cycle. Ready?
Back to throw. Love.
He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs.
Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go the wrong way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. On now is the Packers punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. To throw is gone. Open man, that's too slow. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
2nd and 10.
Quick toss by Goff is complete. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Goff going to shift them around.
They'll look to throw again.
That's going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Damn.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good.
I
And they
can
will
live for
remain
it.
well behind.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
Black, red. Here we go. Here we go. Black, old, blue, 32. Hut.
Love. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
You know, you saw some scary ass, bro.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 yards for number 11.
First and 10 at the 22-yard
Go
line.
set. Go pink. 10 black. Blue striker. Shot. Step ready.
Here's Jenkins on first and 10. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And that'll fall
Have him
incomplete.
get it
He
off,
was
though,
hit
right?
just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
White. Set. Yellow. 43. Hut, hut.
From the gun on third down. Love. And this one is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
The kick
Oh,
by
boy.
McManus is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So this drive maybe didn't end with the same kind of success they had in the first half, but they do add 3 to their lead.
And defensively, I think they went in there at halftime and made a pact with each other and said, look, we can't let these guys keep driving it right down our throats. Not perfect giving up the rate, but a much better start in the way they played in the first half.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you put something out there, you're giving yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. It's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Here's Gall. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 right at the 40.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Gibbs straight ahead. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
His throw caught at about the 5. And the Lions are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Out of bounds. Oh, no. Damn, that was hell of a catch. It's a hell of a catch.
Back to throw. Gone.
Bro, this
Fighting
nigga
to stay upright.
cannot
And
move
it's
out the
going to go
paint.
down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Damn,
The first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Here's Goff.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
like that.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
From the same ground, complete on the left side.
And a big hit there. That was a man coming with bad intentions. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
That's terrible. How can you do that? That's stupid. That's just stupid.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
Bro, they ain't got nobody in here the way I need.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll try to run with Gibbs.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Lions take the chance on fourth and goal, and it pays off with 6.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Lions 27. Jack Fox.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin first and 10. Now Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Whoa.
Guys, complete. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Doubs, 71 yards. And the Packers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
McManus now for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season.
Can't do nothing with
This has just been a performance
to be
not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. They'll fake the give. Now gone.
Ah, bro.
And this is going to be intercepted. Loose inside the 30. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Jacobs going to try the middle. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
It'll be a gain of just a yard. 3rd and 7 now.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And it bangs off the right upright. No good. But that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Gone. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Goff now to throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Out of the gun. Goff.
Bro.
Under pressure, they got him again. Sean Robinson in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush under pressure.
Not throw it, bro. I pushed it twice.
Devontae Wyatt. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. Standing just about on his own goal line.
He got hurt.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
They're on 47-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Bro,
And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them. trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Ready?
Second down, Jacobs once more. There he goes again. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 7-yard line. 129 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
10, let's go. Black 40. Hut, hut.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
38.
From the 4 now, 3rd and goal. And no sidestepping that here. He's going to be brought down hard, and it also sets up 4th down.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
The kick by McManus is good,
and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing, a partner. They do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now gone. This is caught by Williams. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
Second and 2.
To the air again. Goff. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Here's Goff. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw.
Pressure, and down he goes.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
And Huge loss on the sack. Makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Wide open receiver complete. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Goff. That is caught. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? You go to the bigger guy to try and use size. Can't go to the quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up that second receiver, and that's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand.
Bro, what are you doing? Hike the fucking ball, bro. Shit.
And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the
Nigga
clock.
sitting there throwing all this dumb shit. Damn, this nigga back in the game. Wow.
180. One last throw here for Goff.
That's defense like a motherfucker. Shit.
Consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for Green Bay, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. I'm Brandon Garden. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.